Well, I'm finally back out. I've parked up in Dungeon Guild car park just because I'm a member of National Trust. I get it for free, and it's a good place to park where you're guaranteed a spot. So yes, I've just parked up. It's now about 5:10. It is 30 degrees. I'm sweating already, and I've done about 200 yards. So it's gonna be a long stretch. I'm not entirely sure just yet when I'm going to settle. You may have seen on social media I put a little bit of a poll out as to whether I was going to do the tarp or the tent. Well, the tent won overwhelmingly. However, it's just too warm for a tent, so I brought the tarp anyway. So right, as you can see, beautiful views, absolutely stunning weather. Definitely the right decision to bring the tarp, I think, because sitting in a tent that's soaking up the sun looks like a sweat box. So I'm already wet through and barely do anything. So I'm not decided just definite where I'm going to stop. So I'm just looking for a good space in and around a certain area. But I may bring you back before we get there. I may not. It's not a long hike because I want to make sure that my shoulder can take it on the collarbone after the break. So I'm not doing a mega hike, and I've tried to pack relatively light, but it didn't work out, especially when I got the drone. So I'll bring you back in a bit. I'm rather fortunate that a lot of this walk is in the shade at the moment, but it's not any let up. I mean, it's not direct sunlight, but it's still silly warm. You can probably see it's absolutely dripping off me. But feeling it in my legs because it's all straight up. I don't know if you remember the last time I was here. I was planning to go to the summit of possibly High Raise, but that's a High Raise up here near Sergeant Man, not the other High Raise over near at Ullswater. Anyway, I didn't get to, well, I got to the top, it was blowing a gale, so I sacked it off and came back down a bit further. So you can watch that video later if you want. But these steps don't get any easier. It's a long way to go. Whew. To be fair, it is a relatively short camp to get to camp-ish. But like I say, I just wanted to test the shoulder. It's a bit sore with this weight on it, but to be honest, my legs are out of shape as well. I've just got used to being back to work and walking sort of 10 or 15 miles a day again, only just sort of by the end of last week. So walking up mountains, I'm very unconditioned at the moment, but let's see them come back, I hope. Well, they better do, because I've got Everest Base Camp in 3 months. So as you can see, we're at Stickle Tarn, but we're not stopping here, because if you know me, you know that I don't do tarns. I think I've only done one once, and that was because we had to get out of the horrendous wind with my nephew, so you can watch that video as well if you like. So I'm going to head up onto Harrison Stickle and have a nosy about there and see what I can find. So I've made reasonable time considering I'm so out of shape at the moment. 57 minutes from the car park to Stickle Tarn, which constantly I kept stopping because it was ridiculously hot. I didn't think it was too bad, but this path looks like it disappears into nothing. So could be an interesting one. So right, keep plodding on. Don't know if you can see it on the screen, but that's Lake Windermere in the background there. Or is it just Windermere? There's only about 2 of them that are actually officially lakes in the Lake District. The rest are waters, meres, so yeah, Windermere. So it's not Lake Windermere because a mere is a body of water. So it's like saying Lake, Winder Lake. So, duh. You learn something new every day. Well, I do anyway. So I've made it to the top of Pavey Ark. So that took me about 2 hours ish. plenty of stops. Now I just need to decide where I'm going to camp, because I don't need a lot of space because I'm bivvying. I might even, like say, well, might even not put the tarp up, might just sleep in the open air completely, because it's not going to rain. It's just so I can just find a little spot to perch as long as I'm out of the way. So, stunning up here, I can see how good this is. Cracking views. If I remember rightly, the sun will come up over there, I think. So it's going to go down over there. So probably, depending where I set up, I may not get a sunset. But you can't have it always, can you? Well, so much dilly-dallying around and changing my mind 10 million times, I think I found somewhere. So where I say I think I found somewhere, I think I have. So we're going to have to see. It's fairly flat, good views. Can't decide if I'm going to put the tarp up or not. There's a bit of a breeze, so I might do. Because I haven't got my bivvy bag, so I might just do it to keep a bit of this breeze off me. So I shall bring you back when the pitch is all set up. See you in a bit. Well, after much faffing about, mainly because my tarp is too big for the area I'm in, I've had to improvise a little bit. Yeah, but it's an absolutely... Don't take any notice of the tarp setup, it's a bit messy, but it'll keep the rain off if it rains. But the stunning view I've got, the sun's gone down a bit now, so it's not quite as good, but... So this is my setup. Can you see it? Just on a tiny little ledge, but I'm looking out across that. So, you know, sometimes it's worth faffing around and faffing, because sometimes you find a cracking little spot. Just a nice little ledge. It's flat and it's not a sheer drop, because I know my mum will be watching it going, I can't believe you camped on the edge of a cliff. It's not sheer, you know. If I fell, I'd bounce a little bit before I went off the right edge. But I'm just to the right of Pavey Ark. So, there's Pavey Ark. And there's Stickletown. That's where I've been. So I literally came up this way. I've lost my bearings actually. Did I go up there? Yeah, probably not. I think I went that way and round. What did I don't know. I think I went up the middle. Somewhere up here. Up this middle. I went right over the other side of there, which was Harris and Stickle. Couldn't find anywhere suitable. Came back, went over to the other side, back onto Pavey Ark. Couldn't find anywhere. Was just getting to the point where I thought, oh, I'm just going to chuck it anywhere. And I just spotted this spot and I came down and it's flat enough. So yeah, pretty good spot really. I'll insert a picture that I took from just a bit further up the cliff. It blends in quite well. I don't think you'll be able to see it. I mean, obviously you can see on my kicks it's a bit of a tip, but if you were walking from the top you probably won't see it. Hopefully it won't be windy tonight, because it's sort of put together with a bit of a wing and a prayer. It'll be right. Like I say, I won't want it in any winds, but you know, if I thought it was going to be windy, I'd have bought my Hillyberg. The midges, touch wood, seem to be doing alright and not bothering me. Now the sun's gone down a bit and I'm far enough away from the water, not having any issues. So I'm just going to get a brew on and have a bit of a chill, and no doubt do my traditional phone call to my dad, if you don't ring me first. Right, I'll catch you in a bit when I'll bring you back for a brew. See you soon. I'm not going to lie, having tooled about for quite some time trying to find a spot and then settle on this one, I think, you know, sometimes you just get jammy, don't you, and you find a near perfect spot. And I would have to say this is pretty damn perfect, to be fair. I mean, I could have done with it being a little bit less rocky, because I struggled to take my tent pegs in, so therefore I've had to do a bit of a messy setup, but it's not going to fall down, I don't think. But look at this view. This is literally, I'm on the edge of this little rocky outcropping, and it's absolutely stunning. The sun's gone down, like I say, but it's cooling down a bit. It's not cold. I'm going to put a mid layer on in a minute, just because there's a bit of a cool breeze, but yeah, it's certainly not cold. So my tea is just rehydrating, so while that's happening I'm having a brew. So I just like to say, here's today's brew with a view. Cheers. Absolutely stunning. It's good to be back, and it's been far too long. I can't believe I think it's been nearly 5 months when I went to Scotland from the last camp in the snow, and then obviously I came off my bike, and then, well, before that, none of the good weather and my days off were lining up, so I had a bit of a bad patch where I couldn't get out at all, and then I went and fell off my bike and broke my collarbone, so that put me in off work for 2 and a bit months. So it's been a bit of a draggy time really. So to get back out, you know when well, maybe you don't know, but when you're looking for a spot and you can't find it and you're just getting fed up and you're like, oh, I'm not going to find anywhere, I'm not going to find anywhere, and often that's when you find the best spots, and the kind of the stress, not stress, but the flapping a little bit of not being able to find a good spot makes it all the more worthwhile when you do find a good spot, because this is just amazing. You know, I might have to mark this on a map and come back again, because it's just absolutely stunning. I'm not sure I could find it again, to be fair, but look at the views. Like, we've got down there, we've got, let's say, Stickletown. It probably looks, it's quite way away. Obviously, Pavey Ark to the left. Oh, do you know that's my dad ringing? I'll ring him. I'll ring him back in a minute. Can you hear it? A little town over there. Don't know what that is. I'm saying the Windermere over there. So when I was up on the top, I could see Green Gable. That's a Great Gable, and a few others over that way. But yeah, the weather's been stunning. In fact, it's been so hot that it probably will feel a bit cooler tonight. But that said, I've been sleeping at home, and it's been red hot in the house. And we're not allowed to have all the windows open because we've got cats and they'll jump out because they're stupid. So it'll be quite nice to be cool tonight. I've just got, if you're interested, my Thermarest Corus quilt, the usual Thermarest NeoAir Xlite, and I haven't used this yet, but these are brilliant. Compressible pillows. I'll show you it tomorrow when I get around to it, but it compresses quite small and you can cinch it to make it, oh, I'll do it later, but you can cinch it so it makes it a bit firmer. For your preference. It takes up a bit more room than my little inflatable pillow, but to be fair, I never sleep very well with those inflatable pillows. They're rubbish. I'd rather have a near as damn it a real pillow without having to stuff a full pillow in my bag, but that squishes down pretty small. So and that is extra large, is that size. You can get them smaller. Anyway, I'm waffling. I think my tea should about rehydrated, and I should ring my dad back anyway. So I shall speak to you in a bit. Cheers, guys. If I don't bring you back before, no, I will bring you back before bedtime. I'm not going to see the sunset because it's up behind me. So I'll catch you in a bit anyway. I'm waffling. Waffle. I bet you've missed me, haven't you? Right, it's probably my last video of the night. It's only 9:30, but to be honest with you, I'm shattered. I think that hot weather's just zapped me. But I just thought I'd take a picture of this for you. I'll show you this. It won't come out very well because it never does. But you can just see over there. I'll just turn this light off to make it a bit easier. Just in the distance. I'll try and crop it, but just in the distance is the moon there, but it's like red, like an orangey red. Looks really, really nice. Just coming up over Windermere. So yeah, it's absolutely stunning. So yeah, I've got quite a cosy little camp here. But yeah, it's just after 9:30. I'm just having my hot chocolate. I'm going to have a couple of Eccles cakes, and then I'm going to settle down for the night because yeah, I'm just done in. Hot weather zaps me, and like I say, when you're doing all that exercise in it, I ended up probably walking for only about 3 miles to be fair, but 3 steep miles, up and down. So I'm absolutely knackered, and my shoulder is a bit sore. I won't say killing me, but it's. I'm glad I won't walking much further with all that weight on it. Still not 100%, but getting there. Anyway, so if I don't speak to you before, if nothing exciting happens through the night, I shall see you in the morning, hopefully for sunrise, and I might not even have to get out of bed for it, which would be absolutely stunning. Right, I'll see you in a bit. Good night, all. Good morning. Well, as you can see, it's going to be another scorcher. It's about 6 o'clock, I think. I've only been up about 20 minutes, but it's 6 o'clock. It's already, I don't know, probably feels about 20 degrees. It's going to be another warm day. So I'm just having a brew with a view again. Then I'm going to pack up and get down, and possibly, depending on what time I get back to the car, go back to maybe driving to Ambleside, have some breakfast, possibly. All depends how early I get down, because if it's too early, NeoAir's opens it. So I have to say, last night I had a cracking night's sleep. There's a bit of a breeze, which was kind of not noisy, but just kind of annoying. It was going across my ears all night. Just keep putting my head under the duvet. But yeah, it's been I'll tell you what, that pillow, I'm going to finish my brew and I'm going to tell you about that pillow, because for me it was a game changer. So much better than just those inflatable gubbins. So I'm going to finish this, have a bit of breakfast, and I'll bring you back in a few minutes. See you shortly. Hello again. Right, well, I've had a bit of breakfast. I've had a brew and 2 Rice Krispie squares. It's not exactly a breakfast of kings, is it? But it'll do for me. It's just, I used to bring porridge up in those little pots, but they're just not very packable, are they? But, you know, they're so simple. And then I thought, well, you can get some little sachets and bring up a little bowl, and I was like, oh, it's not worth it. I can't be bothered. So Rice Krispie squares will do me, and I'll have some when I get home. Yeah. So what was I saying? I don't feel like I've recorded much on this trip. Maybe I have, and maybe I didn't realise it, but I don't know. I kind of felt on this trip it was more about me getting out and just getting back to what I love and enjoying it for the first time in, like, say, nearly 5 months. So I've almost forced myself to get the camera out. I know it's hard to believe, because I know you all know I like talking to myself about myself, but I don't know, I've just felt a little bit like I've had to remember to get the camera out on this occasion. Well, 2 reasons as well, because I've been knackered, and so it's just a big sweaty mess of me walking in 30-degree sun is not what everybody wants to see. So I don't know, I've kind of probably not taken as much footage, so this might be a very short video, you'll be pleased to hear. So but anyway, onto the pillow I had last night. So here it is. I won't bore you, it's not a review, but it's called a cinch pillow. So what I'll do, I'm going to set this on. I'll bring you back in a second. I'm going to set you up so you're stood up, so I've got hands free. 2 seconds. Yeah, so here it is. It's called the Thermarest cinch pillow, I believe. So this is an extra large one, so it's a bit large, and I know not everybody wants to carry a load of stuff when they go camping, but the beauty of it is it does kind of fold away into itself. Do it this way. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's not as small as those little blow-up pillows, but it's never going to be, is it? So it folds into itself like that, and clips. You can see this, a little toggle there. I'm not doing this for because I'm doing it for the camera, but so that's as kind of small as it folds, but you can screw, if you put it in the bottom of your rucksack under all your heavy stuff, it'll compress even further. Here you can see it gets pretty small, but another little added feature it has as well, I'll show you. The cinch part of it, so when it unfluffs and sort of goes out to its full size, obviously it's varying softness, but it's got a little cinch here, so you can actually cinch the pillow in, and it sort of squishes it all up to change the firmness of the pillow, if that makes sense. So although it's making it slightly shorter, it's pushing all of the support together, so you get a firmer pillow if you want a super soft pillow, so you can cinch it in quite a way. So you've got a really solid pillow, or you can literally uncinch it completely, which I did last night, and just have that, and that's a decent enough pillow. But to be fair, when you're camping, I know you're roughing it a little bit, but it's just nice to have a little bit of luxury, and that for me last night made a massive difference. I mean, maybe it was because I was sleeping in the open air as well, it was just beautiful, but yeah, so that's not a product review. I saw Paul Mesner mention these the other week, and I thought, oh, quite fancy one of those. And then Hayley Webb, who I'm going up to Everest with in November, she said, oh, you need to get one of these for 21 quid. I think it's the right bargain, and I'll be taking it to Everest with me to sleep on the plane and to sleep in the tea huts. So anyway, that's enough waffling for now. I think I'm in no rush to go down this morning. It's like 24, 25 degrees already, and it's lovely. And I'm kind of, because I'm stuck out the way where nobody's ever likely to see me, and I'm obviously wearing a big camouflage tarp, so I'm not standing out like a sore thumb, which is not like me, because usually I'm in my tent and I'll just perch on the top of a mountain, like literally right on the top of a mountain. That's why I have to go at the crack of dawn. But this morning I'm nicely hidden, and I'm just not in a rush to zoom away. So anyway, yeah, I'm just going to chill for a bit. I might have another brew and then head down, and may go to Ambleside for some breakfast, may or not. I don't know, it's such a nice day and I'm in no rush to go anywhere. Still not in a rush to sit in the car for 2.5 hours. Anyway, waffle. Right, I'll see you in a bit. So I'm ready to go, so just I'll give you my leave no trace shot. So there you go, you can see a lot of flat grass because I obviously moved about quite a lot last night. But that pitch, I mean, that's off the top of my head without checking them, I think that's Harrison Stickle up there, or the sort of part of Harrison Stickle. I think that little bit, the peak at the very top is Harrison Stickle. So I kind of walked down a bit towards Pavey Ark, which is just here. So you walk down here, it's totally secluded, you wouldn't know I was here, apart from the fact I was in camouflage. But then, this little ledge, which is, you could get 2 little tents in here, to be fair. I might come back up here with a Hillyberg out of season, when it's a bit quieter. So that is a really perfectly flat piece of grass, to be fair, for camping, so I've done really well. Yeah, you can squeeze a couple of tents in here. Like I say, you're totally hidden because you've got this rocket here cropping. Just keeps you out of the way, and plus you're quite away from the path anyway, so unless you were off-piste looking for a secluded spot, you wouldn't come across this anyway, so you're not going to be discovered accidentally. So yeah, just another stunner. I was contemplating, I say this every video, don't I? I was contemplating a bit of a dip, but it's just a faff, innit? I don't know. That's what I say this every time. I'm not sure I can be bothered to get all my kit off, and but we'll see. I don't know if there's any decent pools, but there's too many people about now because it's getting a bit later, so I might just stick my head in and cool down a bit. Right, I need to work out my way back down because I went all over the place trying to find this spot, so I'm all over the place. So I'll just leave you the nice panorama of this beautiful area. This is next level. This is amazing. I'm so glad I did it. And what a stunning location. Absolutely stunning. Ooh. Can't beat it. Get help. It'll stop me aches for dinner, I guess. Absolutely stunning. Woo-hoo! I'm almost back to the car now, so I'm going to sign off here. I think I'm just going to go to Stickle Barn and get some breakfast instead of me having to drive to Ambleside and find a parking spot and pay for parking. So I hope you enjoyed it. It's been absolutely amazing to be back out, and it's been, you know, for a camp that's been a long time coming, it's been absolutely fantastic. I've really enjoyed it, and I hope you enjoy this video, albeit maybe short, maybe waffly, as per usual. Everybody watches my video for the waffle. So thanks again for watching, guys. Don't forget to like and subscribe. I've recently signed up to buy me a coffee. There's a link in the description if you fancy that. No pressure. That all helps towards petrol, that's all. Cheers, guys, and I'll see you on the next one. All the best.